a second. You probably didn't know this, but the best real estate strategy going into 2026 is independent living facilities. And here's why.
You don't need a license. You can be a for-profit or nonprofit like me, and you don't have to run through all of the red tape of licensures and all of that good stuff. You don't have to do that. So listen, you want to join us November the 1st for the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn with Derrick and ourselves, the founders of Forston Consultants, where we're going to teach you all about the independent living facility. Derrick, give them some insight on what they're going to learn in this event.
You guys probably also didn't know that we're the trademark holders of independent living facilities, and we can't wait to show you guys what we call the blueprint. That means I'm going to walk you guys step by step. It's very similar to my one-on-one coaching. It's just going to be condensed over 2 days. Visit ilfconsulting.org, and we'll see you in Jacksonville, Florida.
See you there.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. If you love God, and if you love people, and if you love real estate, you're in the right place. I'm Mr. Derrick Forston. They call me Mr. ILF. Lucky for y'all, my wife and I trademarked independent living facility. So we go all over the world showing people just like y'all, how do you take a regular residential property and take people from homeless to hopeful? And most of y'all been praying for something just like this, but most people been hiding it from you and you just couldn't figure it out. And you also thought you needed a license and you thought you had to own the property. But one more time, lucky that God answered your prayer and allowed you to run into my big mouth, because we're going to spend about 35 to 40 minutes today talking to you guys about how do you get started? What's the next live event that we can come to? And should I be nonprofit or for profit? Right. And with that being said, Shay, who are you and why are you here?
Listen, I am just excited to be here and to hang out with my amazing husband on this live. I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization here in Orlando, Florida, where we utilize the ILF model to take women from homeless to hopeful. Man, so much has happened this year. I've seen a lot of amazing grant opportunities come forth for the Angela Denise Foundation and a lot of other amazing opportunities and partnerships. So I'm excited about how marketing, Derrick, because that's what it says. You have a marketing problem, right? That is why a lot of people do not become successful in this space. They have a marketing or lack of marketing to promote who they are and what they do. So today I'm just excited because my marketing has paid off for me with relationships with new connections and organizations, new grant opportunities. So listen, I'm just excited to talk about ILFD. That's all.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And also really quickly, I want to see if my assistant Jennifer is in here. She's kind of got a little bit of a new role. So we got two of our assistants that will be joining us on Saturdays from now on. And I just want to see, because I know Jennifer's been talking to us in the background, but Jennifer, are you here and logged into YouTube? If so, I want you to just greet everybody, tell them who you are, what you do, and why are you here, right? Why are you here on a Saturday with us when you're really known to be Monday through Friday? So again, Jennifer, if you're here, let us know. And also, I didn't do a microphone check, so I'm sorry. Can everybody hear us loud and clear? But before Shay and I just start running our big mouths about what we do and how you guys can get involved, and can 5 of y'all say, yep, Derrick, I can hear you loud and clear, bro?
Yeah, just let us know.
Then as you all do that, we're going to gear up some stuff here. And then I'm going to make sure that everybody from Clubhouse, Chatter, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, I want you guys to come over to the YouTube channel. And as soon as you do, let me know that. Say, hey, Derrick, I came from TikTok, because there's a lot of people on TikTok right now.
Someone that came from the Facebook group, from our Facebook group. Welcome.
Good. Perfect.
Welcome, Guyanese Cutie. Welcome. Everybody says they can hear us.
Shanika says that she can hear me.
Jenny is here.
Ayana's here, and Jenny's here. So perfect. Yeah. So Jen, can you do me a favor? Just introduce yourself to everybody via chat. I won't pull you up on stage and make you speak, Jen, but can you just type to everybody in the chat, let them know your title, who you are, what you do. And I'm also just say a little bit of it verbally, guys. Most of y'all may know this or you may not. Y'all think Shay and I are really great people, and we are. But guess what makes us super great? Jen. God first, and then Jen. Virtual assistants next. So Jen, and a lot of you guys hear me talk about Jen and Jess a lot. Shay and I got about 9 virtual assistants now that work for us. And they all do their own specific thing. And most of y'all know that Jess is my right hand. Jennifer now has become my left hand. So I'm really lucky. And the reason why we look so good and just so glamorous and we do a great job at what we do is God first. But I'll admit, y'all, somebody like me that's not as organized as Shay and somebody that can be all over the place, I need an assistant. And most of y'all need an assistant. So looking for you all with our coaching, we give you guys a complimentary virtual assistant. Now, there is a weekly fee. But to train, vet, and endorse that VA to you, it's complimentary. We take care of it. Because otherwise, if you came through our virtual assistant company, va101.co, that vetting, training, endorsing costs $797 just by itself. But with our coaching, I give it to you, right? So if you guys got questions about that, we're going to talk about that, but Jennifer is known as our grant giver. So oftentimes I'll give special sales and discounts and all these kind of great things. And I'll admit, guys, I used to control that for years. Now I don't. That's all on Jennifer. We call her Jen. Some people call her Jen because what y'all see her in our Facebook group, that's her name in our Facebook group. So I've seen people call her Jen, Jen, Jenn, and Jen. So Jen is our great grant giver. She's the scholarship guru. She does a lot of that stuff and she makes us amazing. So without further ado, I want to say thank you again to everybody that's joined us from all these different forums. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be. And people like Shanika, she came over from TikTok. Correct. And that's what I want the TikTok people to do. And it's at Forston Consultants. And we're going to get ready to jump right into it because we got an event coming up in Jacksonville, Florida. Shay, can you tell the people a little bit about what is this event? Why are we throwing it? And where is it again? And where can they get their tickets?
Absolutely. So the ILF Anywhere event is our ILF city tour, right? Where we go all over the US highlighting all of our or a specific ILF owner or owners in a set city or state. The reason behind this event is to show people the proof of concept, POC, as Derrick calls it, right? Not only do you come to this event and hear us teach and train on the ILF model, but you get to hear real life experience from the individuals that we've taught in that city. So the ILF Anywhere event is going to Jacksonville, Florida, to Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Huge, amazing shout out to the head pastor, his amazing wife. We want to say thank you for contacting us and asking us to bring the ILF Anywhere to Jacksonville. They have graciously, Pastor Brown has been around us for many years, and he really wants to introduce this concept to his church family to give them an opportunity to make a larger reach and a larger impact in the community. So he asked us, and we were really done with events for this year, but because of relationship and, the opportunity to do so for such an amazing friend and family member, we said, why not? But the ILF Anywhere conference, the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn in Jacksonville, Florida will be held on November the 1st. Okay. VIP tickets are for one day. That is one day where you come hear Derrick, myself, Miss Tiffany Richardson speak on the ILF model. You get to hear how it operates, how to start one. You're going to hear everything. We unpack everything. Things that we don't discuss on YouTube or on TikTok platforms, you're going to hear it all at this event. That's the VIP ticket is for the one-day event. The second day is the elite ticket. The elite ticket allows you to take a walkthrough of Miss Tiffany Richardson's ILF. So she's going to open up the doors to her independent living facility and allow you to engage and interact with her residents and see what it's like, right? See what it feels like, what it smells like to run an independent living facility the right way under the Forston Consultants model. So super excited for that. Not only do you get the opportunity to come to the event, but when you purchase your ticket, you get what we have, a digital course called the HRA Business in a Box. And that is the Housing Referral Agency Business in a Box. That's going to show you the forefront, the foundational aspects of running an independent living facility? How do you get that phone to ring? How do you start taking assessments? And if you don't have a house, what do? You become a referral agency, right? So that's hence why we give you this course, so that when you are meeting other ILF owners and operators, because there will be some other ILF owners and operators aside from Miss Tiffany in this meet and greet. You can connect with them. If your phone starts ringing and you're getting calls in specific cities and areas and they have houses, why not send a referral to those individuals? So we're going to talk about that some at this event. You get that course, that business in a box with all of the SOPs, which is standard operating procedures. And you're going to get the ability to start your own housing program with the foundational portion of the ILF. And that is the HRA business in a box. So I'm excited about this event. Look forward to seeing you all. Not only will I normally talk about the techie stuff at these events and how marketing and all of that stuff is so important to running your independent living facility. But this time, Derrick, I'm diving a little deeper into the nonprofit side of things. You know, most churches, I'll say not most, but, you know, a high percentage of churches run 501c3 organizations. So the goal is to teach them in this setting the importance of utilizing their 501c3 as this and having this ILF as a part of their programs. So you'll hear me talking more about the nonprofit aspect of it. You'll also hear Miss Tiffany Richardson talking about the housing aspect and the nonprofit aspect of it all, as she is a 501c3 as well. So we couldn't have planned this any better. This was honestly just a whole bunch of God orchestrating, doing what he does best. So again, if you are interested in joining us in Jacksonville on November 1st, you can text the word city, CITY, to 407-326-0086. Get your tickets and join us. Meet us in Jacksonville. We want to interact and engage with you. Remember, seats are limited. And the reason why we limit seats at these events is because we want to make sure that we have time to engage with each and every one of you. And we like to engage with you all, right? We don't just want you to come to an event and we're so far away, right? You were far away virtually. So when you come to meet us in person, you get that one-on-one interaction for the day.
Good stuff. I love it. One of the questions that I see in the chat that I actually put up there, because I noticed people have been asking, who is this event for? And I'm going to answer that. But Jen, I want to give Jen some coaching just right up front. And I want you guys to see how we do this too, right? How do we work with our virtual assistant? So Jen, I want to make sure that you have the same access that I do. So Jen, like prime example, Miss Rhonda just came in and said, good morning. I would want that to be flashed on that screen so that I don't have to do it. Right?
She's not in studio.
So she's not in studio.
Jenna have to come in studio.
So is that possible or is that not possible?
Yeah, she can just go in StreamYard and hop in the studio.
Yeah. So Jen, I want when you join us on Saturdays, I want you in studio. If that makes sense. I don't know what that means because I'm not techie.
She's going to come into StreamYard, come into it's going to say enter studio. She just enters studio and that's it. Just stay in studio. You do not have to bring yourself on stage. If you bring yourself on stage, then you are live for everybody to see. Yeah. So you can have your camera off, Jen, but Jen, the way that I'm typing things in the chat, like when Shay gave the people the website, we would want you to type that in the chat and put it on the screen. She's in studio.
Okay, perfect. Yep. So play around with all of that stuff, Jen, all of those banners. If Jen, you're now the producer. If we need to take a commercial, you say, Derrick, let's go to commercial, and you click one of those commercials. So Jen, you're in charge, right? Yeah. Also, if you guys can see below, Jen just gave every one of y'all a free gift. So if you're new to us, if you text the word new to the phone number 407-326-0086, that actually give you guys a mini course. Correct. It's 15 mini videos, probably all under 4 minutes long, but you need to know every one of those pieces of information because it'll keep you out of the courtroom, out of jail, and it keeps money in your pocket. So guys, I went through a lot of stuff to get to where we are today. $40,000 lawsuits, the Channel 8 news. Guys, I messed this up every way you can imagine. I want to give y'all this course for free, and Jen just released it to you, and all you do is text the word new to the phone number scrolling below. Make sense?
That's what she did.
Jen is in the chat now?
Yeah, she's in here.
Okay.
So let's talk about it, Derrick. So for one, I want you to just give, for all of the new people, we've got people that are here that have joined our ILF Academy on Facebook that have joined live today, and I'm sure they have questions. So go ahead, if you have questions, put them in the chat. This is not going to be a live, a long session today, because guess what? My brother's flying in. I know y'all probably like, your brother's always flying in town. Yeah, my baby brother is flying in with my nephew and his wife. So we are. They landed 15 minutes ago. So I'm just waiting to see my baby nephew. So, okay, guys, Derrick, talk a little bit about the ILF model. Why was it so pertinent and important for you to start something like this?
Absolutely.
And what are some of the hurdles you encountered when starting your ILF?
I sure will. I'll go right into it. Make sure you guys come over to the YouTube channel. Last announcement, come to the YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. I see a lot of questions coming through on TikTok, but I can't see them because the screen is so small. So come to Forston Consultants. I'm putting it in the chat. And I'm also getting ready to show some stuff on screen. So my people that are in YouTube right now, can you text the word new in the chat if you are new to us? How many people are completely new to us, meaning like you just discovered us last week or today, you're super new to us?
So we do have some news in the chat. So Rosemary Bowers is new.
Anybody else new other than Miss Rosemary? Because if not, I'm going to give Miss Rosemary a masterclass by herself.
Go for it.
So let's jump right into it then, right? So many years ago, guys, if you didn't know it, I was a social worker, and I'll give y'all the fast version. This story takes about 2 hours, but I'm going to do it in less than 4 minutes. Many years ago, I was a social worker begging God, just like most of y'all, to change my life financially, and also wanted to make an impact in my community. So I was making 28 grand a year. So right now you should know already that I'm super transparent and that I really just give this game away. Guys, at one point in my life, I made 28 grand a year. Lucky for me, blessed of me, God showed me a lady, y'all, that was making 41 grand a month doing this very thing that I'm talking to y'all about right now. Miss Booker, can you imagine making 41 grand every 31 days of your life? Yeah. And that's what God showed me through this thing that I would later get into that we would trademark called independent living facilities. But watch this though, Nelson family. And see, I feel already that I'm gonna go past my 4 minutes, but watch this.
Hey, come on now, you said 4
minutes. As that social worker wanting to get into it, I'm asking all of these people that I'm calling every day that I'm referring to. Hey, can you teach me? Can you teach me? Can you teach me?
Wait. So you were the original HRA without basically being the HRA and getting a referral fee.
Yes.
So you were the original housing referral agent because you were the social worker, discharge planner.
Yep.
Hear what we're using. Hear the language.
Yep.
You were the social worker discharge planner. And that's what literally helped help to transition people from one housing, from the hospital setting.
Or homeless, because some of them came in with no place to live.
Into the ILF model.
Right.
So yeah, keep going.
So again, that's me on screen. I'm y'all new big brother, right? Trying to get into this game. Saw this lady who refused to teach me because, as I told you, I was a social worker asking people to teach me. But there was this one lady that, because most of y'all, I'm being funny, wouldn't answer y'all phone. So imagine me being at work from 9 to 5, and all of you all that are providers, you're not answering your phone. But the one lady that had the roaches and the rats and that was mistreating people, she answered her phone all the time. But what was crazy about it, y'all, because y'all don't know this, I didn't know she had the roaches and the rats until I kind of sort of took a Saturday, just like today, many years ago. I said, Shay, I'm finna go and see what these places look like because nobody wanted to teach me. And y'all, when I ran into kind of, again, what I saw, it was the nasty stuff, the roaches, the rats, the beds on the floor, people living in squalor. So if y'all can see these pictures, I did this because I knew one day that I was going to tell this story and y'all weren't going to believe me. Shanika, you new to me. You have no reason to trust me right now. But one thing about a picture, Shanika, I can't make this up.
It's 1,000 words.
Shanika, this is a burnt up kitchen. Now, sometimes me and Shay buy properties like this and we fix and flip them. Y'all, this was a property somebody was living in. And it's the same lady that was making 41 grand a month. Shanika, you can't imagine in your mind why you would have put these people on the floor. Cassandra, you wouldn't have done this either. Most of y'all that run into us, y'all are good people. Y'all got big hearts. You love God and you love people. And guys, if y'all made 41 grand a month, would you house people with cinder blocks that hold the bed up? Oh Lord, Cassandra, can you see the cinder blocks?
Hold on, let me show you something, Derrick. I want to have a transparent moment right here. It's easy to start off good and watch things decline when you get maintain it. That's it. That's it. I love that. That is exactly that's the statement. You have to be able to maintain this. And that's the importance of having coaches and consultants. It's all gravy. When you get keys to a property, you're starting to yell, I rent rooms, or I rent beds, and you're marketing and you're giving all this information, but are you doing the process right? Right? Maintenance comes with even the introduction of that person into your ILF or your housing program. The maintenance aspect of it, the keeping up of the house, the making sure that the expectations are set in the beginning. Start on day one when you allow somebody to enter in. When you allow somebody to move in. And I think it's easy to kind of talk about how people's ILFs look a certain way, but did they start off that way is the question. And a lot of times I really, it's hard for me to say, yes, they started out that way. I don't believe so. They may have started off a little shaky, but was their intention fully, let's start a crapshoot? No, we're good. I'm good.
Oh, I don't see my screen anymore. I'm sorry. I hit something and my screen disappeared.
Yeah, we're good. I'm still good. Yeah. So these are some of the things that people have to be mindful of, right? And that's the important part about it. We always talk about what's going on, what you see, the aesthetic aspect of the ILF. You need to maintain it. If not, you do end up in a situation like this one, where the mattresses and box springs are on the floor or on some cinder blocks, right? So again, it's setting expectations and making sure that you have the capacity to maintain what you start. And that's going to come with consulting, making sure you're bringing in the right people, how to actively assess the individuals that you're attempting to bring in or attempting to house, and making sure that you are truly following up and implementing the rules that govern your ILF. Because if not, it can go downhill and it can go left real fast. And sometimes you've even got to be willing to put in some sweat equity as well. Because there's times that you're going to go to this ILF and you may have people that have never really cleaned or scrubbed the toilet before in their life. Yeah. And you're going to have to go and get you some gloves, roll up your sleeves, and train. Teach and train. This is how you scrub a toilet. This is how you do this. So that is what I wanted to share about this, because people, I truly don't believe people start out this way. Yeah. They get overzealous when they see the money coming in, and it can cause the aesthetic to become.
So what makes you not fix it when you walk into this store? Because obviously, Shay, if you didn't start this way, one day you came by, or maybe you don't go by. Maybe that's why this happened, a lack of presence.
So let me show you one of the things that I've implemented because of now having Digital Flow Solutions, which is our CRM system. Every couple of months, I have my virtual assistant send a text to all residents. And I ask them, is anything broken, needs repair, or on its last leg? Right? That's upkeep. If you fail to do that and somebody's bed rails broke, and they can't contact you, or they just feel like, oh, well, they may not do nothing, so I'm not going to say nothing. That's what happens. A lot of times, the individuals that we house are so used to people not doing anything that they don't say anything.
That guy said that in the video when we recorded, remember? We said, bro, like, why is it like this? Mm-hmm. He said, man, this is just, man, we just used to it now.
And you can't, right. So
he didn't expect no better, Shay.
So why not prompt the repair list by reaching out and saying, hey guys, every 90 days, you can schedule a text message in DFS to everybody, right? One scheduled message that goes out every quarter or every couple of months or however you choose to do it. And they respond. And that is the part that I love. Like we literally, like guys, I just spent close to $600 this week in repairs in my ILF. I'm being very transparent. Derrick, how much you spent? I think you spent more than me.
Like, guys, I put a video out on my page this morning. Like, if you guys are not following me on Facebook at Derrick Forston or on TikTok or on Forston Consultants, go to Derrick Forston today and look at that video. New lights, new fans, new fixtures, new door lock. Sometimes you're going to receive the property from this landlord and it don't look that great. I've been paying somebody to paint it.
Yes.
Most people don't do that, but guys, I actually got a reputation to kind of uphold now.
Correct.
And when you got the love of God in you, you want things to just look nice and present well anyway. I'm not looking for the Taj Mahal. I'm just looking for it to be different from what I see in this picture. The devil is a liar that we're going to pray and ask God to make 20 and 30 grand a month and then house people like this.
But this is why I think it's so important to have this conversation, right? A lot of people see our high moments, but they don't see what goes into the maintenance of this. If I'm making $41,000, I'm y'all in my pocket a little bit, just a little bit. So I've gotten several grants in the past couple of weeks that have equaled to up over about $3,000. And that's outside of the other grants that are already allocated to specific projects. So one of the grants was for housekeeping and maintenance. I always make sure that I can write a grant that says for upkeep, maintenance, and just to run my organization. And that really encompasses everything that we did this week. So these are, even without those funds, I always allocate in my budget. Listen to what I said. In my budget. Derrick does the same in his budget, even though I'm nonprofit and he's for profit. Our accountants make us assign maintenance in our budgets. So that way, when the time comes, we're not in shock and awe when something has to be fixed. If you maintain it, you don't have to worry about the surprise factor. So that is why it is so important, Derrick, to allocate funds. And out of those close to $3,000 in grant funds that came in for household maintenance, I was able to pay the maintenance guy to come and check off everything on that list. And that is what is super important, is making sure that you steward the funds well. And that's how you miss this situation that we showed you earlier. That's how you avoid that situation of having the squalor, having the roaches and rats, having all of that stuff happening. And then it becomes so much of an issue that nobody wants to take care of it. And it's considered the normal for your residents. Like that's a no. The normal for my residents is that every quarter you are going to redo TikTok because you're not on. Every quarter, you are going to get a message from us that is going to explain or request, for any maintenance issues. Whether it's your bed that's broken, whether your mattress is a little lumpy, whatever it is, you let me know. That is the whole purpose of maintenance. Somebody said that's a heavy no for me. Yeah, it's a lot, and people don't realize that this is expectation. You booted off of TikTok again.
It's okay, Shay.
Your heavy expectation. So set those expectations. Implement processes that'll help you maintain your ILF so that you don't become the slumlord, that you don't see the rats and roaches that are consistent. They may come, but what do you do about them? So those are the things I want you all to be mindful of as you venture in this space. It's not all about just getting the house, getting the keys, getting the residence, and collecting rent every month. It's, yes, that's the forefront of everything, but it's not the primary basis of everything. You want to facilitate and maintain a really, really, really great property. So Derrick, back to you.
Okay, I'm just texting something to Jen real
No
quick.
worries. But yeah, so guys, again, I just want to make that very clear for those of you that either have houses or in that process of looking for housing, and those that are even interested in just starting this whole process. Make sure that you are just maintaining the funds. Maintain your funds well and manage well. Back to you.
Back to me. So, guys, any questions or concerns in terms of what you just heard from Shay right there? Any questions, any concerns? Because what we're going to get ready to do now, we're going to take a short commercial break. And then when I get back, I want to see a lot of questions in the chat. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else that where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show. And we'll see you guys on YouTube.
It's done.
All right, so we are back. So welcome, guys. And if you just joined us, my name is Derrick Forston. That's my beautiful wife, Shay.
Hello.
We go all over the world showing people how to start their own independent living facility. And our next live event is in Jacksonville, Florida, where we're bringing the ILF Anywhere tour to Duval County. So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the event. And what I'm excited about this event, and we do them 2 or 3 times a year, is this is the most affordable thing that we have.
Yeah.
So a lot of people love this event because it's so affordable. In fact, we make it stupidly affordable to make sure that there's no excuse to miss it. And basically, guys, it's like getting a college degree in 1 year. So you guys literally get the one-on-one coaching from me that my one-on-one people get, but you get it in the span of 2 days. So day 1 is for VIPs only. Day 2 is for if you want the second day, and that ticket is called the elite ticket. Because not only do you get day 1, but day 2, you say, Derrick, I want to see it. Derrick, it sounds great, all that stuff you talking about, but Derrick, I want to put my eyes on a running facility.
Right.
Lucky for y'all, Miss Tiffany Richardson is going to open her doors. And in fact, she posted, I think yesterday, that she moved in a new tenant. Yeah. So we're super excited for her. So again, guys, we call that POC. And that stands for proof of concept. Where again, because it would be crazy just for Shay and I to talk about it. That's why we started this whole ILF Anywhere tour, so that we can show you guys somebody else that we taught this to that was one day just like you. Yeah. Sitting in the audience saying, wow, that sounds interesting. I would love to help people do God's will and make a bunch of money. That sounds like the trifecta. Do God's will, help people, and make a bunch of money doing it. Put a number 7 in the chat if you agree with that quote. If you don't mind doing God's will, helping people, but also making enough money to feed your family, put a number 7 in the chat if you agree with that. Now, if you don't, put a number 9 in the chat. I want to see maybe who does not agree with pleasing God, doing God's will, helping mankind. That's in the Bible. And then making enough money to feed your family.
Hey, Joanne, where you been?
Makes sense? So put a number 7 in the chat if that's you.
I'm sorry, I just got excited because I saw Joanne. I haven't seen Joanne in forever.
What's going on, Miss Joanne?
So there's a question from Jermaine. Thank you, Jen. How do you guys feel about letting them eat in their rooms or only in the common areas?
So great question, man. Let me be careful how I answer this on the live YouTube channel, right? So I'm pretty strict, right? You know, and I judge that by the kind of guys I have. Correct. Prime example, my newest house, my 2 guys that I got right now, I could probably care less if they ate in the room. But I had some guys that I said, you know what? No, guys, we eat in the kitchen and in the dining room area. So just as an overall answer, I'll be honest, I say no to that.
Yeah.
We got a dining room table and we got a living room. Because I know the most reason why he won't eat in his room, because there's a TV probably.
Yep.
I got a TV in my TV room, so you can sit right in the living room and drop all your rice and pork chop on the floor, and we just gonna sweep it up and be good. But in the bedrooms, bro, I'm gonna say no to that. Like, I don't really want them eating in the rooms, not dinner. If it's some chips, it's a snack, whatever, but a full-blown meal of rice, beans, fried chicken, corn, collard greens, and red Kool-Aid, I'm good on that. Let's keep that in the kitchen.
So, okay? and I'll give another, I'll be vulnerable again and very transparent. So I have 2 residents that came from another shared living home. And they're terrified, Derrick, of putting their items in the common spaces. So what they were doing was they were putting it in their bedroom. So what I did is, because this house that I purchased, the one that I own, has a lot of storage spaces. So I've actually converted one of the closets for them into their private pantry, so they can get the stuff outside of their room and into that private pantry. So we can alleviate, the yuck that can possibly come from that. But, eating in their rooms, they don't so much eat. Well, they kind of do, but they're the ones that I have to go and make sure that they're cleaning up. They do, but not to Shay's aesthetic of clean. So it's times that I go and
because if they're eating in their rooms, bro, it can turn to this.
Yeah.
Because my biggest rule that I say no to, and here's some free coaching. I kind of got it in my rule book, and the reasons, not because Derrick said it. Second Chance Housing said to alleviate roaches and mice and all the things, and ants, sugar ants for you down south people.
Listen.
Like, we not eating in the bedrooms. But because I do pest control ahead of time anyway, I'm kind of not worried about it. But again, that's my standard rule, y'all. I'm saying no to the eating in the bedrooms. You can eat in the kitchen, dining room, or the living room where the TV is. I don't mind that. Yep. Let's just keep it out of the bedrooms. Make it so. In fact, let's take a quick poll, because that's a great question. How many people would love to say yes, they can eat in their rooms? Respond yes. Respond no if you like me and Shay. Put the word no in the chat right now if you do not want your people eating in their rooms. Right. I love this post though, because there was a lot of sevens earlier. Yeah. So a lot of people believe in love God, love people, love real estate, and serving God, helping people, and making a bunch of money. So I see a lot of sevens.
From actual YouTube, we could have actually put a poll in the
probably could.
You can from there.
So for that family that asked me what was my breaking point and why did I actually get into it, this was the one that broke the camel's back, guys. Remember I told you guys about 16 minutes ago that I took a Saturday just like today, and I went and toured a lot of these places. And nobody really had a name to it. They didn't call them group homes. They didn't call them ILFs. She just said, I rent rooms to people. Yeah. I was like, do you buy these houses? She said, no. You don't? She said, I rent these places, Derrick. Really? And then one day I walked in one of these places and I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, y'all. And guess who sent her to this place, Miss Rhonda Jackson? Me. As the social worker, y'all, I didn't know what these places look like. Right. Some of y'all gonna think I'm a bad, crummy guy, but I had a 9-to-5 job working behind a desk. I had a legal pad and a computer. And I didn't know I was sending people to conditions like this until I snuck into the places. Guys, this is the time right now where I live at EST. It's 10:40 in the morning. I was already in my second place.
You was already there because you left pretty early.
Calling Shay said, babe, you don't believe what I'm seeing. This place got roaches. This one talking about, you better not come back in my house with them same clothes on. Sure did. Go through the garage, and take your shoes off.
Everything off and put them in the wash.
Yo, I saw bed bugs. I saw roaches. I saw little mice.
Somebody asked, do you have independent living? Absolutely. That's the only reason why we're here speaking about it.
They must be lost. This is all we talk about.
Do you have independent living?
Yes, we do. We take a regular residential property, and 9 times out of 10, we rent it or we lease it. Now, if you can go buy property, God bless you. But I'm just showing the people where this started from, because I'm no genius. I barely finished high school. This one, my wife tricked me to go to college. Thank God for a great wife, y'all. He that findeth a wife findeth a what? Can somebody finish that? In fact, Jermaine Mills, can you finish that? Any men, he that findeth a wife not only brings order, but what? findeth a good thing,
Yeah.
and findeth favor with.
That part.
So,
why
boy,
people always leave that part
Shay,
out?
that's the part I love, because that's where my favor coming from.
Ooh.
Fist bumping.
They getting it in the
Tia
chat.
say good thing. Notice Tia put THANG. Now, see, y'all ain't from where me and Tia from. We from Haines City.
Lord have mercy.
We kind of country, so we don't make not say it or spell it out the whole way. But boy, this is my good thing right here, y'all.
So
But I'm moving on.
Go back to what
Shay tricked me to go to college, finished it, got a degree, and this is what God showed me the vision that He would have for the rest of my life. Guys, college wasn't my plan, but this one said, Derrick, what you gonna do with yourself, man? Like, I don't want to outgrow you, Derrick. Yeah. Let's go to this school and see what they got, Derrick. Shay took me to a school, y'all, and I was signed up in less than 20 minutes. That lady said, Derrick, I'll see you in 2 months. Huh? And 4 years later, I walk across the stage in Jacksonville, Florida, where this next event is. So one more time, because I'm done with this.
Pictures of that. We may need to show that.
I got them. I'm going to post them. Yeah. If you love God, say yes. If you love people, meaning you got a little bit of tolerance, you got patience. If people tell you you got a quick temper, if people tell you, man, you know what? Anybody ever said you're not a people's person? If people ever told you that, this may not be good for you. But if you generally care about mankind, about people, and you always wanted to get into real estate, Jennifer gonna put up something in a minute that's telling y'all about our coaching, about the DIY, about the one-on-one, and about our YouTube channel that's 7 days a week. Yep. But if you love God, love people, and love real estate, we want to show you what it looks like now.
Right.
So you want to hop in?
No. I just want to make sure that we answer some of these questions. So one of the persons say yes. So we are the trademark holders of the independent living facility model. This is something that we've been doing for well over 9-10 years. Derrick was a case manager, social worker, discharge planner.
So she did our guidance.
This is what we do for a living. We not only rent the homes, we also own some of the assets as well that we do this housing model in. We love it. We love what we
absolutely do. Love it. I wish Jen could be on TikTok, because so many stuff is coming. So TikTok, y'all come over to YouTube so that my assistant Jennifer can help you all. So it said Forston Consultants. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now on TikTok.
I'm trying to see it, but y'all so far away from me, I can't reach.
And that's why I keep it on a copy and paste, and I can just do it like 5 times back to back. So come to YouTube. So I'm literally showing you guys where this vision came from, and now of what it looks like.
Yeah, we also have one-on-one coaching. We have a DIY program as well. And we're actually going to have we're going to be hosting a live event on November the 1st in Jacksonville, Florida, called the ILF Anywhere Tour. So if you're new to us, like Derrick said, join us on our YouTube channel. Come connect with us when you come over from TikTok. Let us know you joined us from TikTok on YouTube, and it's at Forston, Forston Consultants. So Derrick, let's go back to where you was at. Let me see what we got.
Let's do it. Bring up some more questions, and then as Shay do that,
I do have a question.
I'm going to answer something in chat, but just really quickly, guys. Once I went through all that stuff and people would refuse to teach it to me, like, what do you do now? So I made this acronym, and I'm gonna go through this really fast, but it's called Take Action. A is act. Do something every day towards your goals. I suggest joining us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. YouTube, we got something 7 days a week where I'm on here running my big mouth trying to change our life. So if you love God and love people, this is it. C, continue means persist in spite of difficulty and opposition. You know how many people told me that this was impossible? Derrick, you crazy. You can't start no housing program with no license.
You need a license.
Derrick, you poor. You can't buy no property. But when God showed me that lady that was making 41 grand a month, and she said, Derrick, you think I own these places? I said, yeah. She said, no, I don't. I said,
yeah.
Next thing, T, train, never stop learning. I'm on here 7 days a week.
You cannot stop learning, no matter what. If you stop learning, you've done yourself a disservice.
7 days a week, we're here, guys. At 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 days a week. But on Saturdays, like y'all are here right now, 10 a.m. So I make the schedule real easy. 6 days a week, 7 p.m. Eastern, but on every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. And every room's recorded. I got over 1,000 videos under my live tab on YouTube. It ain't a question in your head that I don't already have in video format. The I is probably my favorite. Imagine and hold the thoughts of what something would be like if it actually came true. Some of y'all got to envision that this is possible for you. Today, you don't kind of got it, but in the name of Jesus, get it right now. Some of y'all should close your eyes right now and say, Derrick said, envision this thing, imagine it. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you made your yearly salary monthly? Guys, I made 28 grand a year. And it ain't hard to make that doing this monthly when you do it the right way. Anyway, I'm moving on. Shay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to be quick.
Where we going?
The O.
Go.
The O says opportunity. Look for opportunities to make your dreams happen. For you is November the 1st.
Yes.
November 1st is your next opportunity in Jacksonville, Florida. Jenny, can you put it on the screen? November 1st, Jacksonville, Florida. Visit ilfconsulting.org. Guys, it's $197.
Yep.
For God and I and my family to change your life. And we're going to give you POC, proof of concept. The whole event is surrounded by Tiffany Richardson. That was just like most of y'all. Found me on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, running my big mouth, saying, wow, this sounds possible. This sounds like something I could do.
And did it. What I love about Tiffany's story is that she didn't give up. She had a lot of opportunity to throw in the towel. She's got a lot of things that I'm sure she'll share at the event that could have caused her to not pursue the dream. But for me, like even in our AI book writing course, I think she's the only one that's actively selling her book. She's actually selling her book, Derrick. So
the coaching, you will write a book under us because we give you the tool. That all you need is the title, and the tool writes a 13-chapter book in 13 seconds. So congratulations, author Jermaine Mills.
Sir.
How would you like for us to call you author Jermaine Mills?
The author.
Author Joanne Moore. What's going on, Joanne? I think I see her in the chat. Back on you, Shay.
So let's go to the questions, Jen. I know I saw a question for me. Jen getting it, boy. Get it, Jen. Get it, Jen. Get it. So, okay, let me get this question up. So Guyanese Cutie says, when the clients are moving in the first day, do you make them wash all of their clothes to prevent bed bugs? Yes. This is actually a rule that we have. Especially if they're coming from any other housing program.
Or a place where I can tell it was nasty.
But we do try to make this a normal thing. I do have some women that honestly, yes. And just a short layman's term, yes.
and watch this. Here's some free, great coaching. Just so that you don't make somebody feel bad about it, make it the protocol for everybody. That way, let's just say your program is called Sunshine Solutions. Here at because I stuttered, that's hard for me to say. How dare I pick 2 double S's? At Sunshine Solutions,
there you go.
Everybody that moves in, we require that they wash all of their clothing to keep our environment safe and bug free, not friendly, bug free. That way, when Tyrone move in, Craig move in, and Joseph move in, you didn't do it.
They don't feel
but when JoJo came in, and Raphael and Paul, you talk about wash your clothes. So they're like, you didn't make the other guys do it.
Right.
So that way, guys, when you set a protocol, make everybody do it so nobody feels like, whoa, he viewing me like I must be nasty, like I got roaches in my book bag or something. He probably do. That's how the most problems come. I want to be serious for a second. Some of y'all are going to get roaches. Y'all going to get mice.
Yeah.
But it's not because you nasty. It's because you brought in Jacob last Thursday. Jacob been sleeping in the woods for 6 weeks. And what you didn't know, the mouse crawled in his book bag. Nobody knew it. Had babies. And now when he moved to your place, you got 6 mice running around in your kitchen. Not because you nasty,
just because
you just didn't know. But if you follow our coaching and the protocol of our pest control, we're going to alleviate that. Because we're not going to say, well, I got roaches and mice. So what? At least they homeless. the devil is a liar.
But
because that's what that lady said, Shay.
Right, that's what I was getting ready to
say.
She
said either they sleep in these roaches there or they go outside and sleep in the rain.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that ain't fair.
So even TikTok, we've got
making 41 grand a month.
Celestine says, "Yep, I make everybody do the same thing and shower." Someone else just said, I can't see the name, Kelly Smith. Is that what it says? Says, how do I sign up? So if you're
not your Tiffany Joanne, not the Tiffany you thinking.
Right. No. So to sign up for the ILF Anywhere event, you can visit ILF Consulting.
Put that on screen. Hey, Jen, and a lot of those things. I'm sorry, Shay, I'm jumping over you.
ILFconsulting.org for my people on TikTok. Or you can also visit our website at forstonconsultants.com to view all of our coaching packages. And like I said, or hop over here to TikTok at Forston. I mean, not TikTok. Hop over here to YouTube at Forston Consultants. So you can see all of the other prompts that we have going in the show that we're doing in this live session. Rhonda Jackson says, no, y'all.
So, and Jen, just so that you know, all of that stuff that you're typing, you can actually save it. So that way, all you're doing now is just clicking on it and it pops up on the screen.
So Jen, go to
you can create a banner. Like all of those things can be.
And the one
saved.
That's running at the bottom is called a ticker.
And I want to give a big shout out to all of you Tiffany's that are under our coaching. I'm going to say this right now. If you come to under our coaching and your name Tiffany, you got a high bar to stand up to. Because every Tiffany that comes through our program, they are amazing. The first original Tiffany was Tiffany Walker.
So
big shout out. Oklahoma. The second Tiffany is the one we're featuring in Jacksonville, Tiffany Richardson. And the third one, if you haven't seen it, she actually tagged me in it. Tiffany Henry / Tiffany Gamble is the one that just got her keys yesterday. So if you ain't no hater and you want God to also celebrate you when it's time, can 10 of y'all put congratulations, Tiffany, in the chat? That way it cover all three of them.
Exactly. And then for my lady friend here on TikTok, the other website is Forston Consultants with an S on the end.com.
So put in the chat again. Congratulations, Tiffany. Let's take a really quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this show. But just in case you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property. We put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086. And we'll see you on the other side of success.
I know, right? I feel like I'm
And Shay, I want to just iterate what Shay and I was just talking about on break. The TikTok people got a chance to hear it. I want to congratulate and say a big shout out to all of our coaching clients. You guys are absolutely amazing. A coach couldn't ask for a better group of people. And no matter what kind of business you're in, guys, you're going to run into what I'm going to just call knuckleheads. And I'm going to use that as the nice frame. But I'll admit you guys, if I had to take 100%, I would be a liar if I didn't say probably 98% of my coaching clients are absolutely a gem.
You're 100%
you guys are easy to work with. You are great people. You guys are moving at the speed of instruction.
They take criticism well, too.
You're taking the coaching the right way. Prime example, one of my clients and I, but for the first time, and this happened probably twice a year, don't happen a lot, we got into a shouting match. I mean, literally was almost screaming at each other. But she's now one of my best students. And I don't even use that word student. She's one of our best family members because she took it and she kept moving.
Yeah.
Some people can't go through that and bounce back. They fall.
Correct.
And then blame me. That's dumb.
You've got to be willing to take the correction.
So just one more time, man. Big shout out to all of you all that are under our coaching.
The best and prettiest and most fruitful trees get pruned. They get cut back. They get cut.
Say that again, Shay.
The biggest, the largest, the most fruitful trees.
They get cut.
They get cut. So that they can bear forth more fruit. That's word.
Wow.
So you get what I'm saying? So I think having that personality, like for correction, you've got to be willing to accept correction. And because it only makes you better. It's that cutting back, right? In order for you to spring forth so that those next set of blossoms can grow and that you can bear fruit there as well. So I love the fact, like you said, even yesterday, I had a intense moment with a client, and it ended up really just being exactly what it needed to be. You need to understand what you don't understand, realize what you don't understand.
Client's happy and things are working.
Yeah, but sometimes what I notice is in this, right? The reason why we have those moments of kind of being a little snippish on our clients is because we know what we know. And if you just listen to us and allow us to guide you through what we know, you'll see that we truly know what we know. Mm-hmm. But what you really don't know or understand about this niche. Yeah. And I think that's the part. I think that's where it is. You know, sometimes people get so overzealous and they're like, no, but it worked when I did this one time. Okay, keep doing it that way. You can get in trouble. Things are gonna fall apart. Don't do it. And when it falls apart, they come back. Yeah. But I love it.
So again, man, just big shout out to all of you guys that are under the coaching. It would almost be impossible to be at 100%. You're going to always run into a knucklehead or somebody that think they know more than me. Like, how crazy that you come into the coaching and you know more than me, right? And you question my advice to you. But again, probably 98.5% of you guys are on it. Again, you guys are moving at the speed of instruction. Most importantly, you guys are trusting God. You trust in your heart, and then you're also putting us in it. So thank y'all for trusting Forston Consultants and me and my family with your vision. So we appreciate that. I also want to give a big shout out to Mom Forston. I just saw my mama in the chat. My mama, can 10 of y'all say good morning, Mom Forston? My mom's in the house. Hey, my mom serves as our spiritual covering, right? Amongst a few other things, but just so that y'all know her role right here, she's the role that also kind of, imagine my mom's hands being like this over my head and shrinking my head down if it tries to get too big. Imagine my mom carrying 50-pound weights to throw them on my feet to keep my feet on the ground.
I love your honesty.
My mom has always taught me to stay grounded, stay planted, trust God. And no matter the success level, because boy, God being good to us right now. Sometimes people take that goodness and it blows up their head to where they think it's all them. Mm-hmm. I think one of my greatest assets is that I understand that it's not all about Derrick. Yeah. And forget about me, because without God, this whole thing is baloney.
It don't even make sense.
Right? So big shout out to God, my guy, my provider, my savior, my big brother, my homie, my friend, my covenant partner, my business partner, my daddy. Woo.
Yes, sir.
He's all that stuff. And that's what I want him to be for you. So I know I took a lot of time there, but again, man, just thank you for you all just trusting God and trusting us with your vision. Before I give it to Shay, really quickly, I want to just cover this. What makes this business model a no-brainer? And this, again, is called the Independent Living Facility Model. And if you just joined us, that's just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So these are not group homes. No. These are not IDDs. These are not any of those things that require a license, which right here says what makes it a no-brainer as I give it to Shay. Yeah. No license required, no medical oversight, no certifications, and no degree. Correct. So even if Shay didn't trick me to go to college and I finished it, I still could have got into this.
I think that that was God's
But avenue. It was my route, of course. It was
God's avenue.
Yeah, it was my route.
To where you needed to be.
Yeah.
Right. This was something that you had to see, you had to have that encounter with that young lady. Like that encounter was so necessary for you to get into this position in this place that you're in. You had to have that encounter, and you wouldn't have been able to have that encounter with her had you not been in that role, because you got to truly interact and engage with her on a regular basis because you were discharging people to her.
Yeah. God used her. And that's why I say that. I don't say this often, but God used that lady to show me my vision. Mm-hmm. Put a number 7 in the chat if you agree with that. When God showed me, because if you remember or you don't know me, my prayer was, God, can you help me change my life? God, I want to make some more money.
I can't remember.
God, I'm making $28,000 a year. And you showed me this lady that's making 41 grand a month.
Yeah.
Like, if that's never the prayer, how does he show me the vision?
You got POC for real.
Man, y'all, how many of y'all got that same prayer like me? Or you were once there?
But you got proof of concept the rotten way.
Sure.
You got the proof of no, don't do this concept.
So now today, we have elderly adults, military veterans, teenagers aging from the foster care system, if that's what your heart desires and has the patience for. Women that have gone through domestic violence. One of my favorite here lately is the guy that's got a job at Walmart, Sonny's Barbecue, Burger King, McDonald's, Sonic,
I got a
JC Penney's.
I got a young lady that just moved
all
back.
of these places, but can't afford the rent. Go ahead,
I got a young lady that just moved back with me. She was a resident with me for a little while before. Fun to see how people grow, and they just grow, right? She's someone that stays the course and stays employed. So again, you house the working individual. You house the working individual. All right, guys. So any questions before we begin to wrap up? It is 1 hour in, and we want to take a couple of questions. Cindy Gray, welcome. Cindy says she's new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and do me a favor, Cindy. Text the word new to the phone number scrolling below. We got a special gift for you. We got a special gift for you.
Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Did you know that starting your own independent living facility did not require a license? Did you also know that Shay and I are coming to Jacksonville, Florida to show you step by step exactly how we do it? November the 1st, Jacksonville, Florida at Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Don't miss it, because we're going to show you how to change your life, literally using real estate and the love of God. Visit ilfconsulting.org. So we're back. So let's take a few questions. And we're going to get you guys out of here today.
Enjoy your Saturday.
Just don't forget about the event. And Jen is going to put the information for the event on screen. You guys can text the word city to 407-326-0086. And if you just heard that commercial about purpose, right, definitely get that book about how do we rent these properties and convince the landlord to rent it to us to put a bunch of people in it. So text the word purpose to that same phone number scrolling below, and that's the ebook that goes with that. So Shay, if you got 3 or 4 questions, in fact, we'll just round it out to 7. 7 is our favorite number anyway. That's the date Shay and I got married on. I'll take the next 7 questions that you guys got. And don't forget, become an affiliate of not only our coaching, but the event in Jacksonville. Turn somebody on to this. In other words, introduce somebody to what we do, become an affiliate, and make you some money. In fact, watch this commercial. We'll be back. I hope you guys are enjoying the information, and we super appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget, though, if you want to be an affiliate of what we do to get 40% of it, make sure you guys text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. And remember, I pay 40% of whatever you sell.
Thank you page post purchase.
We are back.
So let me say this. So people are asking on TikTok, and I'm sure people have the same question here on YouTube about when they purchase for the event. So there is a whole page post purchase, and I'll make sure that they put it on the website as well, where all of the hotels. So we've listed hotels in the area as well as the actual location for the event. It's all on the thank you page, but the team was building it out to add it to the website. The goal is to have it to where you all can just click the links and go ahead and like call the hotel or pull up their website, stuff like that. So we're making it really easy for you. I'll verify that everything has been completed. If not, give me until Tuesday and we'll make sure that all of that stuff is completed. Definitely check your schedule. We look forward to seeing you all in Jacksonville on November 1st. And again, get the elite ticket if you want to go to do both days. And that is the walkthrough on day 2. We will actually be attending church at Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church on that Sunday with Pastor Brown and family. So once that is over, we will then go directly to the walkthrough. So that is the way everything is pretty much formulating. Okay. Any questions?
And again, text that word city to the phone number scrolling below for all the information. The ticket pricing. Oh, and tickets are per person, right? So we're getting a lot of calls about, can my husband come? Sure. He just got to purchase a ticket too. So guys, remember, this is the most affordable thing we do all year. And it typically sells out. So don't wait. And if you want that day 2, make sure you jump on that. And I'll just kind of announce this, right? We always limit that because we don't want to just have a bunch of people at this ILF. It's a running facility. And there's a family right now of 13 people that want to do this. And I'm announcing it right now. If these 13 people do this, we're cutting it off. So please don't wait. So there's already, I think, 3 of y'all that purchased the day 2 ticket. You guys are fine. But I'm just announcing, if this one family purchases 13 tickets, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be it for the day 2. Because we got to put a number on that. We're not going to have people in and out of this place all day long. Because remember, Tiffany's also got to shelter and chaperone this whole thing. And that's a little inconvenience for the people that lives there. So we just want to be super respectful. So that number is usually under 15 people. And sometimes we'll do it in groups of 2 just to make sure we don't overcrowd it. So Katara, if you remember how we did yours, perfect number, right? And we took groups of people in, and when groups came out, the next group went in. This place is kind of like yours, sis, like on that street. So I'm just telling you guys, if that family purchases those 13 tickets the day 2, that'll be it. Day 1 is wide open. And then Shay controls that in terms of how many people and when she cuts it off. But it's a lunch and learn. We will have some refreshments, some drinks, sandwiches, wraps, all of that good stuff. But most importantly, this is an event, guys, that will change your life. So come with an expectation that God is going to change your life and your city through you.
So Dash is asking, how much is the ticket? So the VIP ticket is $197, and the VIP ticket is $197, and the elite ticket is $397. So the elite is for 2 days. The website where you can purchase your tickets is ilfconsulting.org. ilfconsulting.org. One more time, ilfconsulting.org, or you can text the word city, CITY, to 407-326-0086. So you can do either one, okay? This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, Jacksonville, Florida, at the Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church in one of their conference halls. So when you get there, there will be, our team will be out directing you all to which one we're in, because they do have a big event on the night before. So just know that we will be there in one of their conference locations. Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Thank you to their family. Yay! We are in the shuttle getting our car. So my brother is here.
Good stuff.
My brother is here, guys. My baby brother is here.
Miss Felicia, do the residents sign a lease? Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Otherwise, we would just be running a circus show, right? There would be no structure to it. And we're real big on that. So if you just joined us, right, even though we call these ILFs independent living and there's no license required, we absolutely put structure around it. And we believe that that's actually what makes it successful.
Correct.
So all of these populations of people that I'm showing on this screen right now, every one of them will sign a lease. Does that make sense, everybody? So Absolutely. Can 5 of y'all put in the chat, out of all of these genres of people that you see, what is on your heart right now today? Who do you wish to house? In fact, 10 of y'all do that. I want to see some people speak in faith. Are you going to house military veterans? Are you housing adults? Are you housing men? Are you housing women?
Yeah.
Are you housing a guy that works at Walmart as the Walmart greeter because he can't afford the apartments in your city? Do you got a heart for the teens aging from the foster care system? Put in the chat right now, what population has God tugged you to? And what is your community possibly dictating? So prime example, right? My community dictates the need for the elderly adult and the military veteran. So most of my guys are middle-aged. But if you watch that video, I think that we posted earlier on my page, Andrew's, I mean, well, I meant to say his name, but Big A, Big A's probably under 32, but he's got that old soul, right? So that's kind of how my programs work. I think that was 2 questions out of the 7.
Adults returning home from jail, absolutely.
If that's a question, yes. So we work with, prime example, Miss Bowers, where are you located?
Someone on TikTok said our first house is for women. Awesome.
Perfect. Miss Bowers, where are you located? I'm gonna give you an example of something.
So now IDD, you won't be able to do in this model. Okay. And I'm talking to Miss, I think that's TT, the realist. This model will not be for IDD. So that is going to take a whole bunch of regulations, rules, certifications, and stuff from your state. Seniors, absolutely, you can, as long as they are able to live, thrive without the need of your support. They can get to doctor's appointments, they can cook their own meals, or they have the means to obtain those meals. Low income seniors, absolutely. 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 Can I say it one more time? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Veterans and women. I'm seeing a whole bunch of different population types, and I'm trying my hardest to view.
Jenny says, Miss Reed. In fact, shout out to Miss Reed. Miss Reed actually purchased a ticket about 2 days ago. Miss Reed, if I'm wrong about that, you'll tell me, but you're on the way. So we're going to see you there. And you said, how can you figure out what the community need is? Social media,
so good.
Phone calls,
marketing,
like marketing, right?
Marketing.
The same way you found me, Miss Reed, is the same way my social workers find me, running my big mouth about me having the solution. And the cool part about it, Miss Reed, about what you're going to be offering, you're not selling chocolate. You're not selling alarm systems.
Right.
You're selling an absolute need. It's not a want. So it's actually not hard at all. But Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, in fact, we have this thing called Lift, L-I-F-T, Lift your brand, and it's called LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So that's the acronym that we use, and that's the minimum of where I want you to be. But on social media, shooting videos, and then I got in my coaching that if you just call some social workers, hey, Mr. Social Worker, how you doing today? Great. I'm getting ready to start a program right here in the area, probably 10 minutes from your hospital. Is there a need for housing in this area? His answer will blow your mind. I have people that do that homework and call us back crying. Said, Derrick, you won't believe this, or you probably will because you teach it. But Derrick, I did that phone call thing you said. And Derrick, I didn't use my real name that day because you told me that if I didn't feel comfortable, if my name was Derrick, that day my name is Brad. So, Derrick, I called 3 places, and every one of the social workers stated that housing is an absolute need. And if I had housing today, they could send me 4 or 5 people. I dare y'all to try that for your homework Monday morning. I just gave y'all a huge gem of how you find out, is there a need? But watch this, and this ain't me bragging. This is just a fact. We're so good at this. I don't care where you live at. There's a need for this. I don't need to research your area to find out.
You just need to research the population.
Like the population maybe, but the need, I don't care where you live. In fact, can 15 of y'all put in the chat where you located? Let me just give some examples. I'm in Florida, Orlando. I cover Central Florida. My coaching covers 39 states. This works in all 50 states. We currently have people in 39 states, and in Jesus' name, before 2026 ends, we're going to be in all 50 states with our coaching at 4-State Consultants.
It's difficult to connect with social workers in hospitals. It's really not. I think the hardest part about it,
that's easy.
It's making sure that you've got to know the right timing, right? And then also it's what you're saying when you connect with them. And don't just solely focus on the case managers and social workers in the hospitals. A lot of times they go to external meetings, right? Like your homeless service networks meetings. They're at a lot of these big community-based meetings. So remember, like, don't just try to hone them down in the hospital. Look at alternative collaborative meetings that they attend. And that's where you're going to get that one-on-one time. When you try to connect with somebody in the hospital setting, you've got to make sure you get straight to the top. If you don't get to that head of social work or case management or discharge planning, it's going to be hard to get the ones that are working on the floor. So just make sure you're shooting straight for the top. So that's my gem for you for the day. Thank you, DTD8887. All right, what's next? Sorry, guys, I'm multitasking here.
There was another question in the chat
Okay,
about Miss Cindy says that she's super excited because she feels that God led her to us.
Oh, wow.
And that's what a lot of people say. And we appreciate that because we always say, Cindy, that if you love God, love people, and love real estate, why wouldn't you want to do this?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I was already doing the work as a social worker. I was just only making 28 grand a year. God wants none of y'all to be poor or struggling.
Yeah.
So even though I was helping people, I wasn't helping people to the max of my ability.
Correct.
So I had to leave that job to now do this thing on my own. And to answer your question in terms of what size the home needs to be, some of us got real small homes. Prime example, Shay, can you tell them what was your first place?
My first place was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
What did you name it?
The Bijou, a small, quaint place. I loved the Bijou. I just didn't love the ownership. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They were slumlords for real, for real.
So we could be small like Shay's place or big like this mansion. Keep going, Shay.
The Bijou and the rent pricing was nice. It was right. It was right. Yeah. And I mean, I profited very well off of a 2-2 because of the rent that I had on that property. So I took 4 ladies from homeless to hopeful. And
one of those women are still with you today.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So watch this, y'all. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath. And I always tell people, right, don't get so caught up on what the outside looks like. Because watch this. Long as the roof ain't leaking, the plumbing works, there's no roaches and rats. And when the wind blow, the place don't fall down. Some people get bougie and get a big one like this. Now, I often tell people, Cindy.
That's the Dawsons, I believe.
Miss Cindy, if you get a place like this, most of y'all can leave y'all job with one of these.
Absolutely.
See, somebody gonna miss that and y'all then here. So if you on TikTok, you can't even see what I'm showing you. Please come to YouTube because we only got about 8 minutes left before we go.
So I'm just saying, yes, TikTok people. Melissa wants to know, is this is for independent living? Yes.
Yeah. TikTok people, please come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. It's in the chat everywhere, but I'm going to put it there one more time if they haven't banned me from posting. And they have. Come to Forston Consultants, FORSTON. That's Forston Consultants on YouTube, Melissa, because I'm showing the kind of houses that we use to the Gray family right now. Miss Gray, now, because I'm super transparent, I just tell people, I made 28 grand a year at a point. At my highest level, I made, I think, 32 grand. But guys, 28 grand a year is like $800 every 2 weeks taxed. Most of y'all that make under $40,000 a year can get one of these houses. You talking 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms.
Yeah.
I can put 14, 15 people in this place comfortably. Now, do we do that all the time? No. I got big houses like this. But watch this. Most of my guys call and say this. Mr. Derrick, I want a private room. Mr. Derrick, I don't want no roommate. Derrick, I'm 64 years old, bro. I ain't shared a room since I was 13 years old with my little brother back in 68. And we played Legos together. Derrick, I want my own room.
Yeah.
This is the guy and the reason why you're not going to do 14 people and why maybe 7 people, because everybody want their own room.
I remember we had a conversation with a client that we were a coaching family member not too long ago. And they were like, well, why would you do a private room instead of a shared? Remember? And they were talking about, because they were looking at what the shared room can bring outside of the private. But when you're at that mark of profitability, and you can still take somebody from homeless to hopeful, and that's what they're requesting, why not? Right? If it's not going to break the bank, why not? The whole goal is to take people from homeless to hopeful. And if y'all haven't seen my shirt, it's my new design. Let me show y'all. It's the Angela Denise Foundation, and it says a heart behind every door. Because that's exactly what we do, right? A heart behind every door. And don't get so caught up on greed, right? So that was a question that they were asking us. So just be mindful that you're going to educate people in this process as well. Some of them may think that they can afford something that they technically really can't. And it's up to you to educate them on what they can, what their budget would allow them in the shared living space.
Most people that call your house gonna fit this budget right here. That shared model. But everybody gonna call and say, Mr. Derrick, I want that private room I saw on your page, Derrick. Where that private room at, Derrick?
They're gonna call
right? So here's another house for the Gray family. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. Now we actually bought this house and we fixed and flipped it back to us. Yep. We'll talk about that later in your coaching when you get there. But the goal is that most of us gonna start renting and buying these places. But then we do something called the BRRRR strategy, BRRRR, meaning buy it, renovate it, put a renter in it, and then refinance and then repeat the entire process and do it all over again. Correct. They call that the BRRRR strategy. So when you rent a bunch of places like me and Shay, you go buy this place like Shay did. But watch this. Now, here's my favorite model, y'all. 4-bed, 2-bath. To me, most manageable and the one that I can easily make money from. So people say, well, Derrick, which is your favorite model out of all the big ones or the little ones? Now, the Gray family, that 4-2 is my favorite. Because in the 4-2, I can take 8 people from homeless to hopeful in rooms that look like this.
Yeah.
Or watch this, Cindy. My favorite way now to do the 4-2 today. Now, watch this for all y'all new people. In the beginning, I want 8 people to maximize my profit and the amount of people I can help. One more time. In the beginning, when I'm just starting, I'm putting 8 people in this place. 8 times 800 is $6,400, and my rent might be $1,900. Lights and water might be $350. That's a lot of money left over, y'all. But watch this, Cindy. In my 4-bed, 2-bath today, guess what I do? 1 room, 2 people. The other room, 2 people. The other 2 rooms, 1 and 1. So now today, I like to do 6 people, Felicia, in my 4-2. Not 8 people, because guess what my rules are? Or Derrick's rules are in his head. The lowest amount of people, the lowest amount of trouble. Ooh, that's some good coaching.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody? And then watch this. If the numbers really make sense, and when y'all get real busy, some of y'all gonna get a 4-bed, 2-bath home and make every room private. You're gonna do private, 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 private. You're only gonna do 4 people. Shay, can you tell them how you do with your women at your place?
So,
because you do a bunch of different models.
Transitions, though. Remember, I've changed.
You do a bunch of different models.
For me, I have several models in one home. I have the private suite. I have the private room. So the private suite is a private room with an ensuite. The private room is exactly that private room. They share the common restroom. Then I have the shared suite, which is the shared master most times that has an ensuite bathroom. And then I just have a normal shared room. So I've got 4 different models in my ILF. So, and that's because I have all of those bedroom types, right? I literally have a smaller room that can fit 2 people. So I can technically have 2 private shared suites if I wanted to, but right now it's not rented that way, right? It's a private suite with the ensuite. So again, I've got all of those different models. They all, the price ranges from $740 and up. So my private suite, I think, is going for $980. And so, yeah. And I've got 5 bedrooms.
Can you tell them about this house on screen? On top of you said you got 5 bedrooms. Now talk about this house.
This property that you see is a property that we acquired. We purchased it. So this is our asset. And it was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. We transitioned it to a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. So I'm able to take a lot of women from homeless to hopeful.
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, this house houses 2, 4, 6.
How many of y'all would love to house women like Shay? Put a number 7 in the chat as she keeps speaking. How many of you all again have women on your heart? Elderly women. Back on you, Shay.
So my max.
Put a 7 in the chat.
My max for this house right now, with the way I have it configured, with 3 shared rooms and 2 privates. The 2 privates are already full. I literally have 1 bed available in this house. One, and I'm not in a rush to fill it. No need to. I am not in a rush to fill it. The new resident just moved in about 2 weeks ago. Let her get acclimated. Yes, I'm taking assessments, but my assessments are solely geared to making sure that the person that comes in is a good fit for that resident. I don't think they heard me, Derrick. The assessment that I'm doing right now is to make sure that the two individuals that will occupy that room, so the one young lady that's there, the person coming in has to be a good match for her. So that's how I do my assessments.
So
you know why?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
you
ahead.
Want to know why? I just want to give the people the reason why, because they're like, oh my God, you got a bed and you won't fill it. No, I want to alleviate the headache for me. I don't need to put somebody in that room that butts head with this young lady all day. That's now calling me or my assistant 25 million times a day.
The quickest way to lose a bunch of your good people is bringing in the wrong person. Back on you, Shay.
So somebody says, I have a rental property already, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and I'm gonna put them out. I'm gonna put them out after seniors. Guess they're looking to house seniors. I can't understand what that says, but yeah.
So maybe she has renters already in it. She's gonna put them out to put seniors in. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
But really quickly before Shay finishes, on screen, my assistant is inviting you guys that if you want our one-on-one coaching or the DIY, the first step is to watch our original webinar, and then Jennifer will take your call. The cool part about Saturdays now, guys, I really never have had staff that worked on Saturdays. And watch this. We're not to just call Jennifer for questions. If you want to call Jennifer, that means that you're kind of ready to move forward. Because if you got just general questions, please ask them here and let's learn and grow together. Yeah. But if you want to contact Jennifer on a Saturday, that means that you're ready to move forward. So Jennifer, I'm not sure if you want to be a grant giver today or right now to give some kind of grant. But if you do, that's on you. I'm not in that. But give them your instruction on screen. And only invite people to call you who's ready to move forward. This is not to call and just ask her questions unless it's pertaining to the coaching for you to move forward. If it's like, hey, Jennifer, how many residents can I put in one room? That's not for Jennifer. That's for me. Me and Shay will tell you that. Jennifer is the grant giver and she's my assistant. So she put in the chat that if you text the word Jen to that phone number, she's actually going to help you and call you and walk you through step by step wherever you need to go.
Spell it.
Spell what?
Jen.
Jen. Jen. Hey, as you take it back, did you talk about this ugly property you bought right here?
So yeah, I said it. We purchased it. We transitioned it from a.
Did you talk about how ugly it was, though?
It was terrible, y'all. The center of the roof. I'm gonna have to give Derrick that real picture with the center, the hem.
We have them too.
Top of the roof was just flapping in the breeze. Like if it breathed,
but this is what it looks like today, ladies and gentlemen.
So it was terrible.
How many of y'all would say that you like what the house looks like now on screen versus this hot mess?
That was the hot mess.
Y'all can't see the hole in the roof at the top.
They sure can't. It was
guys, we got this house and it started off as a wholesale deal.
Right.
So first of all, if you guys just love real estate, you found your next family. We love real estate.
Yeah.
We were going to wholesale this house, but thank God for my brother and this one who said, Derrick, what are we doing? Why would we wholesale this place and we house people? And plus, Derrick, in terms of what this house is worth and what it's going to be, we should probably keep it. So guys, again, Shay took this ugly property and today it looks like this. She took it from a 4-bed to a 5-bed.
Correct.
3-bath.
Correct.
And she takes homeless women, or excuse me, some of y'all love that word, displaced women, from homeless to hopeful. Shay, congratulations to you. Thank you for quitting your job, Shay, and joining me and doing something super meaningful in life. Most of y'all don't know it, man. Shay had a really great corporate America job. This is for you corporate folks that are trying to balance. Should you stay at your job or should you leave? First of all, that's a conversation between you and God first. Then why not talk to somebody like Shay who's done it? Why not talk to somebody like me who did what Joyce Meyer said and we did it afraid? When I left my job, I was ready to go. But inside, guys, I was crying. I was sad. My stomach was boiling, but I knew the other side of it. So guys, if God has put this on your heart, Don't procrastinate, because we got this saying and this quote that says, and you want to write this down maybe, and I speak real fast, or maybe watch the recording. But procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do.
Yeah.
And most of y'all, it's to get involved in real estate and help people. And what's cool about both of those, they're biblical.
Yeah.
In the Bible, it says the poor and needy will always be among us. That ain't Derrick saying start a housing program. God says that the poor and needy will always be around. And if you do unto the least of thee, those poor and needy people, God said it's like you're doing a favor unto me. Mm-hmm. How cool is this, Shay, that we can do a favor from God, help people, and God's made it where we can make a bunch of money doing it. Yeah. That's what I call a real business and real ministry. And Shay and I do a bunch of stuff. We got 8 businesses. But this one business, Second Chance Housing, is what built everything we have. Because I truly believe God honored that, said, wow, Derrick, you finna start a business that's more about the people than it is about you. Mm-hmm. Derrick, you got to go spend money on a house, furniture, lights, and water before you ever make a dime. Derrick, that means you putting people before yourself, and you honoring me with it, Derrick, because you asked me for permission first. Derrick, this is a no-brainer. That's why I tell people, show me something else. To where you can involve God, help people, and make enough money to feed your family. This is a no-brainer. Yeah. Show me something else other than you being a bishop, a preacher, or starting your own church, because there is no difference between your pastor and me. No difference. And no knock to certain churches. More people join us than what join their church on Sundays. We got a bigger following in some of these smaller churches. So I am no different from your pastor. We love God, we love people, we love community, and we spread the gospel of the good news. Because when I promised God 9 years ago, I said, God, if you let me get in this, and watch this. Who am I to tell God, if you let me? I'm just honest, y'all. I said, God, if you let me get in this and it changed my life, I'll go all over the world sharing it, and I'll never take any credit. I'll tell the people it's because of you. God, that I'm no genius. You used my wife to trick me to go to college, finished it, and God, you showed my vision to a lady making 41 grand a month, housing people in roaches and in rats. God, that wasn't just by chance. You wanted to give me a chance. So I named my program Second Chance. Oh, that's powerful. And now your yearly salary can be made monthly, helping people, doing God's will. And don't you want to feed your family? The Bible says, again, not Derrick, if a man don't work, he don't eat. Oh, this is one of the best works I've ever done in my life. And I've had a bunch of jobs, y'all, but none of them have equated to this thing that we call a ministry today. So one more time, if you love God and love people and you love real estate and you ready to change your life, because guess what? I don't sell courses. I don't sell coaching. I don't sell webinars. Guys, I don't sell paperwork. I sell transformation. So when you're ready to change your life, God, Shay, and I, and my family, we can change your life if you're ready. My name is Derrick Forston. I approve this entire message. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. I'm going to let Shay check the chat. I'm going to let her bless y'all. If it's anything else, we'll address it. If not, I'm going to let y'all go. And what I want y'all to do is go to your place of worship tomorrow. Some of y'all go to Bedside Baptist and you don't go to a building. Okay. Talk to God tomorrow about what you heard and seen today. And say, God, if it be your will, can you allow Derrick and Shay to be my coach? And God, make the way easy if you see the, like make the way easy, God, if this is in your will. Like, God, I don't want to struggle. I've been struggling all my life. Today, God, the struggle is over because you just showed me my next family. God, this thing you put in my heart, you've given me now the coaches. Shay gave y'all a verse last week out of the Bible one more time that talks about how important consulting is and getting the proper consultation and adding up the cost of what this is. So don't trick yourself out of being consulted into what to do and how you're to be guided. How many of y'all, by putting the number 1 in the chat, feel like God has called you to this? And maybe I'll put the maybe on this, and maybe that Shay and I are to be your coaches. Put a number 1 in the chat. And if that's nobody, no problem. But if you feel like God has called you to help people, be involved in real estate, to create generational wealth, again, to be the biggest giver at your church, to be the biggest giver at your family, How many of you guys, when your family asks you for a favor, you want to be able to do it? I'm not talking about from begging people that come every week, every day. But when your family truly lean on you for something, wouldn't that be cool if you was able to do it? What about your church? Y'all all got a building fund. You got something going on at your church. Wouldn't you love to be a part of that? I remember the days Shay and I used to sit in church and they would call out for, well, we need help with this and need help with that. And me and Shay's always nudge us and say, babe, well, one day we're going to be able to be a part of that, because I think God will honor that. Because they're not begging for my money. They're trying to further the ministry, and it take money. Your church run on lights and water and gas. That costs money. They ain't begging for your money. So do your part to help God's mission go across the world. That's why we so big on tithe and offering. Again, I don't care what the pastor do with it. And I kind of do. But if I go with the attitude that I ain't looking at that, God gonna take care of me. I don't know why I even said that, but somebody need to hear it. Open your hand, because if you keep your hand closed, how do you receive? You got to open it to give, and you got to open it to receive. Oh, that's good, Derrick. That's a t-shirt. Some of y'all got your hand just like this. You don't want to give it, and some of you aren't even ready to receive because you haven't even opened it to give yet.
Or to receive.
When God start blessing y'all with all of this money, don't be a crab in a bucket and keep it. Help further your church's ministry with either your time, your talent, or your treasure, and watch God bless the socks off your feet. Shay, back on you, and I'm done.
I just have a few things that came from TikTok. The process to get started is text the word more info to the phone number pinned to the top of the chat. I'll try to put it in this chat for you all. So I'm going to tell you to text the word more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. And that'll help you to get started and learn how to become an ILF owner and operator. That's going to be our free webinar that you'll get access to. If you are interested in any of in the ILF Anywhere event, you're going to visit ilfconsulting.org for tickets. If you
put it on screen, Jen. ilfconsulting.org.
ilfconsulting.org. And this is not letting me be great here, guys. TikTok is not letting me be great. So ilfconsulting.org to get your tickets to the event. And then if you want more information and looking at our coaching products and services, go to forstonconsultants.com. And that's how you can get more information on us at Forston Consultants.
Great job of correcting that M to the N. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate that. So ilfconsulting.org. And also, guys, if you text the word city to that phone number that's scrolling below. And then also, don't forget, Jennifer gave you guys a free gift that's also scrolling below. If you text the word new, that gives you our ILF 101 mini course. That's 15 videos that you guys must watch to make sure that you're successful. No lawsuits, no Channel 8 news in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because now when we make the Channel 8 news, guys, they're celebrating us. But back in the day, it was because we were doing things not the right way because we didn't have the knowledge. Okay. And
then, Derrick, one more last thing in TikTok, and then we're going to shut it down. What about insurance protection? Yes, you want to make sure you have a policy, a liability policy. There's definitely different stages of that you want to make sure that you have available to you. We go more in depth in that in our coaching. That is not something that we broadcast on our platforms because we don't want to be held liable for anyone that gets incorrect or understands or misunderstands the information given. So again, because we are covered with liability policy.
Absolutely. Dummy me didn't have that in the beginning. It went to a $40,000 lawsuit. Yeah. So right here on screen is Shay. It's something that she does once or twice a year. Shay, you want to talk about that? This is your event. You serious?
You said right here on the screen is Shay.
Who is that?
Now it's Shay.
All right. I'm talking about your event, Miss Shay.
The event is the annual spa
Tell
day.
the people about your event.
The ladies spa day. We had it this year. It was amazing. Where I have different people come in and they'll render services like massage, hair and makeup, nails, pedicures, manicures. They do all of that stuff. And just to pamper the ladies that we house and allow them to just feel loved on, right? And appreciated and just to give them a sense of self-worth. So that's what we do. And that's this year's was paid for.
And y'all know I was gonna get in that chair, right? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna get me one.
This year's spa day was sponsored by Walmart. So a Walmart grant sponsored.
In fact, Walmart, if you're listening or if you happen to be an executive of Walmart, based out of Bentonville, Arkansas, you thought I didn't know that? That's where you guys are based out of. We are a nonprofit organization by the name of the Angela Denise Foundation. I represent Second Chance Housing. If you guys are looking for a great place to put $1 million at to do great work in the community, we'd be glad to take it. Big shout out Walmart. Walmart, we love you guys. If you see this Walmart, we love you. Guys, get your grocery from Walmart. Shop it. Guys, I'm trying to get me a contract, sponsorship. Get your grocery from Walmart. Get your ILF items. Seriously, watch this. Walmart, we house the homeless and the displaced. I know that you guys love great missions. We will love donations and grants from you to continue our great work. The Angela Denise Foundation is a 501c3 organization founded by this beautiful lady who's my wife. We would love $1 million check just in case if you want to pour into something that's changing lives into the community and we can prove how we use it. Walmart, we love you and we appreciate you. Sometimes, guys, you have not because you ask not. Jermaine, sometimes you have not because you didn't ask for it. Somebody might be watching this from a Walmart corporation and now they're going to write us a check just because we said it.
Right.
And now they know millions of people will see that because our message goes everywhere. Walmart, we love you and appreciate you. Back on you, Shay, close us out.
That's it. So family and friends, thank y'all for joining us today. We'll look forward to seeing you on Monday night at 7 p.m. Make sure you get out there in the community and be like Jermaine Mills. Shout what you're doing from the mountaintops, right? And get out there and meet some people, make change in your community. And again, move at the speed of instruction. Have a blessed weekend, guys.
Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. Amen. Amen. You guys be great. And we'll see you guys 7 p.m. Eastern Monday. Back live right here. But tomorrow, even on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll see you right here tomorrow. You guys be